welcome to our Essential Spirit Scopes for the month of December. This is the last one of 2024, Nan.
Can you believe, I think we've been doing this for 2 years now.
We have been doing this for 2 years. I'm Tara Diana. This is the lovely Nancy Christine Brady. She is an animal communicator. She is an intuitive medium, and she's all things. And I'm a medium as well. So there we are. And we come together for a 30-minute or so, give or take, deep dive into what's coming up for you each month. We use different cards. Nan, I'm using Sedona. What are you using, baby?
This green deck, which is
This green deck.
I have to actually grab the box. Hold on. The Great Eastern Oracle.
Oh, that's very Eastern-like.
It's very Eastern.
And we do this because Nan and I want to give you a little bit of perspective moving into the next month. So it is going to be moving into Winter Solstice, which is Yule, which for me is reflection, hibernation, self-love, self-worth, and all sorts of good things. So Nan, why don't you start us off with Aries and tell Aries what they got going on this month? It's a busy month, or
Absolutely.
possibly not a busy month. You tell me.
I would have to say that this season is probably my favorite season. I love fall. I love winter. I love all of that. Aries, you got be positive in life. And I love the artwork on this. I'm all about the artwork. Tara probably gets sick of hearing me say that all the time. This is really about leaning into your intuition for December. Where are you feeling the feels? Where are you knowing it within your absolute gut that this is what you need to lean into and do and focus on? Or what feels bad and lean away from it? You've been doing so much throughout the year. So this is really that time right now for you to be a little selfish, for you to go, okay, does this resonate with me? Does it not? Because when January hits, it's all about house cleaning and making sure that everything is setting you up for a fantastic 2025. So if you can be positive while these changes are happening, while you're leaning into those intuition, not every, change is scary for a lot of people, but not all change needs to be scary. So think about it positively and think about it from a perspective of what is your inner knowing telling you, and then just lean into that.
Excellent. Can you please show that card again, though?
Yeah. It reminds me of Emily Carr a bit.
Okay, do you know, this is going to sound totally different. I immediately thought of like Christmas treats. I don't know why. At first I was like candy cane, then I was like chocolate, and then I was like all these things. And I just felt like it was just a really nice card for
Saltwater taffy.
saltwater taffy. Absolutely. Okay, Taurus, this is for you, Nan, and all the Tauruses out there.
Take
Funny
it.
conversation, Nan, just really quick, is I was out up in Whistler the past weekend or so ago. And anyway, when I was up there, I was having a conversation with someone, and they were like, "Oh, I don't get along with Scorpios very well." And I started to kind of giggle, and I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, they can be a whole lot, a whole lot." And the interesting thing is, you is one of my closest, dearest friends, Taurus, and then my other closest, dearest friend. I have lots of very close people to me, but my other one is an Aries.
Oh, wow. Very different.
And both of you have said to me, we never found a Scorpio that we connected with in a good way. I am not easy by any means, and I wear it and I own it, and I never have not. But I was like, I thought that was so interesting when this keeps coming up and people look at me and they're like, because I'm a Scorpion as they come. Like,
Yes, but are you at a different end of the birth chart? Like, are you at the beginning or in the
I'm
end,
at
or
I'm at the end of the birth chart. So I'm November 19th. So November 19th, and then they say the 21st, 22nd is when you switch over to Sag. So I'm at the end.
so I wonder if you have some of those characters. I mean, you're very much a Scorpio, but I adore you.
Thank God. Okay, Taurus. I just thought it was a funny thing. We're talking about Taurus right now. Taurus, you got owl spirit. Now, I'm not going to lie, babies. This card brings me all the feels because owl always, no matter what, doesn't matter if it's a barn owl, What other owls are there? A barn owl, a white owl,
Um, Great horned owl.
thank you, a hooting owl, whatever. It doesn't matter. They always mean wisdom to me. They always mean seeing in the dark, seeing through the dark, right? That's just that's how I resonate with owl. So it says observation, truth, and discernment, right? This is a paying attention type of season for you. And because Taurus, we're moving into that whole, self-love, reflection, hibernation thing. And people get really caught up in the energy of Christmas. I'm just going to use it. I'm going to say it. Christmas, because it's a very busy time. The music's pumping, the money's flying out of your wallets, and toys are flying off the shelf. You know where I'm going with this. But what winter really is for most of us is the celebration of hibernation, taking a good look at what the year has done for us and what it hasn't, and then reflecting on how we can make changes and just taking care of ourselves. I picture like solstice Taurus literally sitting with a fire, and a comfy blankie on you, and three large dogs, or two medium dogs and a small dog laying on top of you, and really moving into that space of, did I feel this year was successful? Am I celebrating my successes? What do I want to change? What does January look like for me? I am not a, new year, new me kind of person. I am more like, okay, I'm still moving along. What needs to be addressed? So look at that. Don't judge yourself, Taurus. Instead, be more like, okay, no, I'm going to celebrate the goodness and see what else there is to come.
I love that.
I'm glad you like that, Taurus.
Gemini. Now I don't want you to find this one daunting. You got enemy in the dark.
Oh, I'm terrified. I'm not a Gemini, so I don't have to be worried, but no, I'm just kidding.
This is really about turning to your inner child right now. This is about not necessarily focusing on the dark as much as you're focusing on the light that's beyond that. So whatever you see right now around you that is approaching you as a problem or darkness or challenge, this is about looking past that and seeing the bright light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. But don't go to the light. This is
Don't
about
go to the
like
light.
seeing the positive focus on everything and knowing that tomorrow's a new day. It's going to come up sunshine and daisies. And when you turn to your inner child for help, this is really about changing the stories that you're telling yourself. I encourage you to take that little tiny child that sits within your heart and put them on your shoulder and talk to them just like you would your best friend. Talk to them the way you would your beloved pets and say, you know what? We got this together. So no matter whatever trials and tribulations we've come through, whatever we've had in the past, that has been a life lesson. It's been something as a catalyst to move us forward into a new beginning in a positive place. Don't focus on that dark, focus on the light, and then focus on celebrating that little inner child, because it's going to help you celebrate yourself for the month of December.
Excellent. Excellent. Little bit of a devil, little bit of I'm just saying. I'm just
I
saying.
always think of the Flintstones, like where Fred had like the little angel and he had the little devil on each side, and
I love the Flintstones, not gonna lie.
they're the best.
Okay, we're moving to Cancer. Cancer, you got wind spirit. This is a big deal because it's circulation, clearing, and impetus. Impetus. Oh my goodness. Who taught me how to speak? Impetus. Now, this is all about movement. Every single one of those words is about movement, and it's about body and energy. And wind can take away, but it can also bring in, right? So I like to use wind as the air element, right? Where we are like taking away and at the same time bringing that new energy in, so that we are replacing and we are rejuvenating, right? We are doing all that R work, reconnection, realignment, rejuvenation. I feel like that should be some kind of like song, chant, rejuvenation, reconnection. Anyway, back to this whole point here,
We can
poor
make a song.
Cancer. Thank
We're
you.
gonna make a song. We're gonna make it. Our goal for January.
There are days I think Nan literally sits here and just goes, why do I do this? Okay, so going back to this though, I want you to focus, Cancer, on movement, but not just movement, not just releasing, but also bringing in. And there's a lot of talk about when we release, we make space. That's the truth. But why wouldn't we just combine them both and move it together? So as things are coming out, new things come in, it's just a continuous flow. So in the month of December, I want you to think about that. I don't want you to think solely about releasing, like in your reflection, sitting and thinking about that. Instead, I want you to think about having that nice energy flow. So as one comes out, one comes in, it's just continuous. So
Mm.
old things out, new things in, old things out, new things in. Aloha. So that's the kind of energy.
Excuse me. That's, I want to see the dance that goes with that in a little grass skirt.
In a little grass. Yeah, no. Okay, let's carry on. Seriousness. Go, Nan, go.
All right, Leo, you got Gifts of Life. This is also quite beautiful abstract artwork. This card to me talks all about the journey. This is about enjoying the scenery. This is about accepting the fact that life has twists and turns, and it's not about getting in a race to the end. This is about
Mm.
knowing that sometimes it's going to be tough, sometimes it's going to be easy, but it's about appreciating each moment in that journey and having gratitude for it. And then just really enjoying the scenery along the way. A lot of times, Leo, you tend to be fairly complacent, but sometimes what can happen is when someone comes up and pokes the lion, you can be absolute, and then that's the end of things. But sometimes you need to sort of stop and sit back and go, you know what, actually, maybe I need to rethink this. Maybe it needs another chance. Maybe it's something that it's just given me a twist or a turn so I can see things from a different perspective. And maybe it's so I know what I want or I don't want. But just appreciate the part of that journey and know that you're working towards something that is a true gift and that you're going to see much better things on the horizon.
Mm. Yay.
Yes.
Yay, for real, Leo. I love that. Okay, Virgo. So I got the elephant spirit for you. And so empathy, altruism, community. This is a big card at this time of the year. Now, I want you to focus a little bit on this card for me for a second. This is a lot of a kind of green and with a kind of a yellow excuse my fingers, tinge to it. Can you see what I'm talking about there? So for me, green always represents what we give out, right? Our empathy. We're nurturers. We're loyal. We are wanting to heal. We want to do all that. And then they're saying to you, you need some of that balance of the yellow, which is our intuitive self. It's really reminding ourselves that we want to be within the community. That not only can we feed them with our knowledge, our wisdom, our love, our nurturing, but also they can feed us. I really feel that sometimes we are so busy putting out energy. And, I'm sitting here and I'm talking about elephant and I'm thinking like Nan must know a whole thing about elephants. But literally, I'm feeling that it's not just about, what you do for the community. It's about what you allow the community to do for you this December. What are you allowing to come in? How are you being rejuvenated by others? It's not just you giving, giving, giving. And here's the thing, sometimes in our sense of wanting to be nurturing, of wanting to help people, that ever never ending feeling of I got to give, 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 and we see ourselves as so big, right? We see ourselves as so big and we have all this to give. And in reality, we need to be able to step back and it's okay to be small. You'll hear me talk a lot about how I'm not going to be small anymore. But there are times where it really is okay to be the mouse,
Mm.
right? With that elephant. I literally cannot remember what that story is even about anymore, but it doesn't matter because spirit showed me a mouse. So it's okay to be that mouse. It's okay to be a little bit smaller and maybe not always have to give as much as you think you need to, and instead allow someone else to give to you a little bit and be open to receive. Virgo, I think that's super important for you.
That's a good message. Libra, you got turn frustration into success.
Oh, I feel like that's for
And
me.
and that brings up a good point, Tara. Like as people are listening, if anything that we're saying is resonating with you and it wasn't with your astrological sign, it's okay. That message was meant for you. So
Truth.
take it from it what you can and leave the rest. That's That's my mantra. This is this is really about kind of similar to what we just talked with Leo. What are you feeling right now that it feels like doors are being slammed in front of you and there's more adversity that's happening than stuff that's creating new pathways for you? This is where you're supposed to take a lot of that frustration, whether it be a physical situation, whether it be a financial situation, whatever it is, and focus on the positive. It's very, very powerful when you take your mind and change the story that you're telling. So if you're getting up every day and you're like, oh, it's going to be a bad day, you're going to have a bad day. Whereas if you're going to take that frustration and you're going to turn your story, what is the novel you're going to write from this day going forward? How are you going to empower yourself? How are you going to take all of that and go, you know what? I got this. I absolutely got this. And then when Tara makes her song for January, we're going to sing it to you, Libra, and it's going to be absolutely very, very positive because you're going to lean into that empowerment. You're going to lean into the reset. You're going to lean into just that power and place of you're going to conquer all of that pain. You're going to conquer all that frustration, and you're going to see new doors and new pathways opening because you've kept that perseverance.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a successful song.
It's going to be a great song.
Oh my Lord, I feel the pressure. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, so that is me. I'm just coming off a birthday. Um, Happy birthday, Tara. And that was a week or so ago. But anyway, happy birthday to me. Here's the thing, Scorpio. You're a whole lotta, but you've got a good heart. And I'm not talking about just me. I'm talking about most Scorpios, but I got Dolphin Spirit for you, which is connection, harmony, and play. This is the reminder card. Okay. This is the reminder card, Scorpio, that you have to be able to put down the paper, put down the pen, put down the tools, whatever it is you're doing, and just be like, okay, deep breath in and release. Really find that space within you where you can just say, everything's happening around me. I get it. I own it. I'm there, but I'm not going to let it define me. The moment the moment that we realize we are defined by something is the moment we have to shift the energy super freaking fast and quick, like now. Because energetically, Scorpio, you tend to hold on to things and you will hold a grudge like nobody's business. So step out of it. Step out of it. Smack yourself around a little bit. Let your friends talk you down from the ledge, whatever it is that you need to do. It is about looking after yourself. Go and do something fun, Scorpio. Something that maybe you haven't done before or something that soothes your soul. Just go and do it. And remember that you need that time. Not everything is about you need that time. So go and do that. December is a great time. Go find, someplace, grab a hot chocolate, grab your bestie, go, tiptoe through, I was going to say the tulips, but there ain't no tulips at this time of year. So tiptoe through, I don't know, icicles and snowflakes. Go, go, go.
Just say that Tiptoe Through the Tulips is one of the creepiest songs that's in every single horror movie music.
I think my sister has it as a ringtone.
Oh God, it's terrible.
That voice is the most, and okay, there's a podcast for us, Nan. The
Okay.
Tiny Tim and his,
Tiny Tim and his tulips.
that's, oh my goodness. Okay, Boo, go ahead.
Sagittarius, feeling gloomy.
Aw.
And this card, like the art in this deck, is very, very beautiful. This is really about it's okay to feel the feels. And, as much as you hear Tara and I talk about how much we love Christmas time and December and the season and everything, um, it's okay. A lot of people don't. And it's okay to not feel like you have to fit in loving the things that are going on and all the seasonal festivities. If you're feeling a little bit down, lean into it and feel the emotions, because if you're suppressing them and you're pushing them away, your body is going to manifest something in the form of dis-ease. It's going to say, "Oh my God, you're going to have a headache. You're not going to feel good. You're going to feel depressed." Don't do that. Feel it. If you're sad, be sad. If you're happy, be happy. It's really about being present for you and sitting in your skin and going, I am a soul having a human experience, and it's okay to be human. It's okay to cry. It's okay to laugh. And as you're present in those moments, enjoy all the good ones. Sometimes things might not seem like they need to be a huge splashy party, but having a beautiful cup of coffee while you're sitting with a nice warm blanket, find the joy in that moment. So that's going to be for you, Sag. I want you to focus a lot on spinning that gloom into sort of happiness. I have a lot of friends, Tara, that have like blue light therapy through December. You know, we live in
Oh,
a very rainy area. So,
mhm.
you know, getting the stuff that lights up and makes you feel like you're in the sunshine, different things like that. You can do that. You can absolutely do that. Get yourself out of the gloom. And even if it's just taking a step ahead of each other step each day, then do that. And for the happy Sagittariuses for December who aren't feeling gloomy, this is really about being present. Enjoy every moment to the fullest. And, you know, we have digital cameras now, so you can take lots of pictures and then reflect on those in January and go, look what a great December I had.
Right? Totally. Love that for them. Love that for them. Woo, Capricorn, let's talk about some authority. Jaguar spirit, authority, opportunity, integrity. Step into your power. You're going to need to. A card like this will not come up if it is not meant for you to hear it loud and clear. And they are saying to you, step into your power. This is where you're going to want to pay attention to what's going on around you. Maybe this is a super busy time of year for you. Maybe it is definitely at a workplace kind of thing, a career, Christmas parties, maybe it's retail, whatever it is. This card is saying to you, pay attention to what you're doing, what's going on around you, and make the best of it. And make the best of it, but do it on your terms.
Mm, love that. This one I find really interesting. Aquarius, you got Fortune of Perseverance. And the one thing about this card that I go to right away is this is water to me. Like this is very much about being in the flow. And it's interesting because on the card it says don't freeze on the riverbank. And
Oh,
so I really do feel it. Again, this is about the flow for you for Aquarius. This is really about hopping on that beautiful wave and just going with it and not fighting it. Don't fight the wave. Enjoy the ride. Imagine yourself on a surfboard hopping on top of it. It's going to be very much about you're going to create for December as much resistance or as much flow as you want. So I want you to think about that. Do you want to just go with the flow and enjoy it and have everything just work out a little bit easier with a lot less stress so you can have things come into your world with ease and grace? I'd invite you to do that. I'd invite you to do a lot of work with water as well throughout the month of December, because I really feel it's going to help get you back in and grounded within yourself so that you can soar up and above out of yourself. Does that make
okay.
sense?
This is crazy. This
Yeah.
is crazy. So if we move into Pisces, it's a water card.
Oh, wow. And it's emerging.
And it's emerging. So it's got everything that you just talked about. So it's a continuation, right? From Aquarius into Pisces here, but it's talking about breakthrough, rising, expansion. And it's a water card for sure. Now, water for me also means mental and emotional detoxification. So when they're talking breakthroughs, these are moments where you're going to be like, you know what? I'm feeling this way, but I don't need to feel this way. I'm going to feel this way because this is better for me. This is the path I'm going to go from. I always talk about validating your emotions, right? Like don't just say I'm not going to feel like this. Validate what you're feeling. I feel sad. Yes, you mother fluffin' do feel sad. And you get to feel sad. Own the sadness.
And there's been a flow of that, Tara, through all these, like you've noticed that for December, like everything is sort of flown, anyways, into each other's sign, right? Like
Absolutely.
yeah.
And there's a reason for that because Yule is a very, very special time of year. Winter solstice, Yule, whatever you want to call it. It is a super, super special time of the year because it is the opportunity for us to take personal responsibility and step back, realign, reassess, shift, and change, or just celebrate.
Realign,
Us. Oh.
change, realign, reassess, shift and change. We're gonna get our song going.
Up and down, over here, over there. And we can be like Snoop Dogg and his kids' affirmations in the songs.
I love it.
Oh, you got to check that out. I'm gonna we'll put that somewhere. Check out Nan and I, guys. This is the end, Pisces. This is not the end. This is the end of your. This is the end. Anyway, I was about to go into a Jim Morrison, and I need to stop now. We need to stop, Nan.
We need to stop.
We need to stop. I feel like I don't know what's going on with us. Thank you everyone for joining us. Wishing you nothing but an amazing 2025. Bring 2024 to an end in such a bang. If you are interested at all, Nancy and I both do a different kind of horoscope for people. I do something called Spirit Scopes, which is based on past, present, future, how to amalgamate the past into the present so you're creating your future. And Nan does something with animals. Do you want to expand on that quickly?
Yeah, so I do kind of a monthly message from animals on how they can help guide you, and you can work with them through them each month throughout the year.
Oh, beautiful. Animal power, baby.
Yes.
Maybe someone will get an elephant in there. I just want to say on behalf of Anne and I, whoever you are,
Yeah.
we need 2024 to come to an end. We need to start fresh.
Yes, we do. It's going to be amazing.
Nan. Say goodbye, Nan.
Goodbye, Nan.
Here's to 2025 being everything that you want it to be, and 2024 having done what it needed to do for you. Much love, guys.
Much love. Thanks for listening, everyone.